This thing right here has to be my favourite CO2 rifle to date. Yes, it is a CO2 rifle and I am so impressed with this thing. How authentic it is, how it operates, it is just fantastic, and you'll see why in a minute. Let me throw out some specs first and then we'll take a closer look at this little beauty. So this one is 4.5mm or 177. It takes steel BBs, 10 round, I'm going to say magazine, but I'll get to that in a minute. It's powered by two 12-gram CO2 capsules. Velocity up to 180 meters a second. Fixed front sights and adjustable rear sights. Single action trigger, manual safety catch, is smooth bore. The barrel is 466 millimeters. The overall length is 966 millimeters, and it weighs in at just over 2.5 kilograms. And it's grams then. My God, guys, this thing is so much fun. It is so much fun. Now, I bet you're like, oh, right, it's just a CO2 gun. Yeah, but this thing, it loads like the real thing. Do you know why? It takes cartridges, BB cartridges, and it just loads like the real thing. Check this out. You've got to check this out, guys. You'll see footage as well of me shooting this, but look at this. Just like the real thing. And then check it out. Oh my God. Look at that. It's got some gas in. There's no BB in that. Let me just fire it. And then it ejects. Oh, I've lost that one. Don't know where that went. It ejects as well. In fact, the last one, it doesn't generally eject very well. But if you've got a couple in, I need to demonstrate. Let's put a couple in. Let's just load them all up, shall we? My God, guys. If you want some authentic back garden BB shooting, then this is the gun for you, especially if you're into lever action rifles and you just want something that looks great as well, then my God, this is the one. Now, as I'm loading up these cartridges, I'll just explain what happens with them. You put the BB in the back of it like that, and as you can see in the footage, the easiest way to do that is have your BBs in a tin or in the tin lid and just push them on, and that picks them up. That's how I do it anyway. Let's just put the rest of these in. Oh, there's another one on the floor there somewhere. I don't know where that's gone. So you're all loaded up like that, and then you basically rack it. See how that one engages, and then it's not chambered, but a real one, as you close that, it push the cartridge all the way into the chamber, but that just holds it like that. You take your shot. Check this out. I'm not going to fire it each time, but let me just demonstrate. Oh my God, that just makes you smile just doing that. How cool is that? Serious cool factor. I'm just retrieving these cartridges. My God, guys, that is so cool. Check out the mechanism there. This thing is just awesome. It really is awesome. Look at that thing. Right, let's have a talk about it, okay? I'll leave all those cartridges strewn everywhere. So, that's not wood. Although it does look like real nice wood, it isn't. It's actually polymer. And I think Umarex have done a great job of that. All right, you can see a little bit of a seam down there, but it really does look like wood. Great job on that. How do you charge this? Now, like I said, it takes two CO2 12-gram cartridges. You basically push this and turn it. You sometimes need a penny or something to turn like that screw there. Have I opened that fully? Yeah, I've opened it. What happens then, is, if I've done it properly, this comes off, and then you unscrew this big nut here, and it is actually like a big bar that comes out. You use the Allen key thing on the back of this. And then there are two 12 gram CO2 capsules back to back in there. You drop them all, well, obviously you drop them in, and then you crank it up with that nice and tight, and then you are good to go. Once you put this back on and just turn it and close it up, you're good to go. Look at this. It's just so cool. It is so cool. It's weathered as well, a slightly battle hardened, or what did I call it? An antique finish, if you can see that. This is the magazine. So for those of you that don't know much about lever actions, as you put the cartridges in like that, now this works, this basically is just like the real thing. You just push them in like that, okay? And as you're pushing them in, you're loading this magazine up. The magazine is the bottom tube, okay? So you're filling that magazine up. And then when you cock the lever, when you rack the lever like that, notice, if you notice, as I do that, it pushes the hammer back, just like on the real thing, and picks up a round out of the magazine. Okay, and like I said, the real thing, as you'd close it, would actually push that round into the chamber here, but on this CO2 one, it doesn't. It just holds it there. But the top closes up. The hammer is then cocked like so, and then you can pull the trigger and you're basically away. Okay, so it has got gas in, and then you rack it like that. Take the other shot. Okay. You can rack it pretty hard, to be fair, and like with firearm versions of lever action guns, you've got to sort of rack them pretty hard anyway. I think as I was shooting this, I was being pretty gentle because, you know, it is not a Marlin or a Henry, you know, as far as the real steel rifles go. So I was being a little bit gentle, you know, with it being just CO2. Sometimes, you know, the parts can be a lot more fragile, but this thing feels pretty solid. It does feel pretty solid. It feels pretty well made. I think as long as you keep bits and pieces sort of lubricated, I think you'll have quite a few years of fun with this. I'll probably be more gentle than what it would be with a real firearm, but just so cool, guys. So cool. Just the authenticity of loading it like the real thing, and how it top ejects is just amazing. It really is. The cartridges themselves, I mean, I was using this rifle. These cartridges were bouncing sort of off my shooting table and onto the concrete. Wasn't even putting a mark on them. So these, you know, they'll just sort of last forever. Same ones that you can use in a lot of the revolvers that Umarex do. So if you've already got a revolver, then no doubt you're going to have these size CO2, sorry, these size little brass cartridges. So, you know, just seriously cool. You get 10 of these as well with the gun. So 10 rounds is, you know, not bad at all. Pretty much like the real thing, almost. Pretty much like the real thing. Ammo that I was using, I used a selection. Usually I use the trusty blasters from ASG. Oh, I've got a bug in here. They work really well, but I've given these a go, these Dust Devil BBs, which disintegrate on impact. So I didn't have any of these sort of bouncing back to me like I usually do with the regular steel ones. So these are a good option if you want to avoid ricochets, and basically if you're shooting up against a hard backstop like I am, because I've got like a metal angled piece of steel, these were just sort of shattering on impact, so I had no ricochets at all. So that was really cool. They work really well. But no, guys, what a cool rifle. What a seriously cool rifle. The most authentic rifle CO2 wise that I've used in a very long time. I know Umarex do another one where the it's like the side, there's like a side gate thing that sort of rolls out here that takes you regular rotary magazines. This one doesn't. This is one of the Legends ones. So I'll just get the box. So this is actually the Legends Cowboy rifle. Like I said, takes two 12-gram CO2 cartridges, steel BB, smooth bore barrel, lever action system, 10-round magazine. And that's where I was reading the specs off the back. I love the way Umarex do that. Let's have a look in the box. See what's in there. Not much, obviously. The rifle's usually in there, but I've got it out. And bit of a maintenance manual there, and your manual here, all your sort of usual do's and don'ts, how to charge the rifle CO2, how to load up the little cartridges, how to load the rifle up. Seriously cool, guys. Let's get rid of that. But wow, guys, really awesome little rifle. There is your rear sight there, just like on the real thing. Really cool. Front sight. Tang style safety catch here. So that's really good. You can still cock it. Well, you can cock it so far, but then it's locked. Because basically what it's done is it's locked the hammer, okay? So you switch that safety off and then you can cock the hammer. And that's pretty much how that works. Fore end, again, polymer, looks like wood. Feels so cool, so nice. The rifle just feels awesome. It really does. You know, if you put like a Marlin next to this, you know, it'd take a bit of apart from the, you know, the decal on the side there, you'd be hard pressed to tell the difference. You really would at first glance. So, but no, guys, serious fun, authentic, great back garden plinker. It'll just put a smile on your face for a fraction of the price as well, when ammo at the moment is, well, if you can get hold of it, is getting expensive, but it's pretty hard to come by at the minute. But this is just a cool option if you're into your lever guns, for example, or you're just an air gunner. But if you're into your lever guns, I think this would put a smile on your face. It's just, you know, a bit of a back garden plinker when you can't get to the range, but really cool. Anyway, guys, I'm going to leave it at that. Thanks for watching. That is Rack and Load. See ya.